can't tell y'all? You tuning into the best morning show on the globe. It's Brad and Emery in the morning, y'all. LeBron or Jordan, either one when I'm performing. Crossover, buzzer beater and I'm scoring. Bradham and Emery in the morning. Every play they on it. Every day I'm balling. Who's the coach? Who's the GOAT? Like Brady and Belichick, best show on the globe. And they embellish it. Y'all pin Ziffy, I'm Ken Griffey or maybe Mahomes. I stay in the zone, whether man to man or play in the zone. They can't stop me. Mayweather boxing, Curry with the shot, man. We just the best to be. Can we have our SB, please? This was meant to be. Every morning with Bradham and Emery.
Yes, sir. You know the vibes. Welcome in, everybody. Brad Emery in the morning. Marques, Brad, Justin, Emery.
Yo. Same game gems in the house.
Yeah.
Same game gems in the house.
Doing his thing.
Doing his thing. February 23rd. Two things in history.
Okay.
Number one, Abraham Lincoln arrives in D.C. as president-elect today.
Okay.
Secondly, W.E.B. Du Bois, born today.
Wow. How about that?
Yeah.
We missed one yesterday.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
What was it?
And we talked about him, too, during the show. Yesterday was Dr. J's birthday.
Was it really?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Turned 71. Do you know I don't know if he still does this today, but around the time his documentary was released, which was about 5-6 years ago, he still tries to dunk. Not tries to dunk. He dunks a basketball once a year. He goes to a gym, and he dunks once a year. I don't know if this is still happening currently at 71.
Why does he have to go to a gym? He doesn't. I'm sure he has a court at his house. Or like
I don't know. Dr. J doesn't seem like the type of guy. I don't know if he's a court at the house type of guy. I see Dr. J being old school and going to like the YMCA, putting on the Converse, pulling the socks up and getting after it, dunking the ball and getting out of there.
The living room would go crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
The living room would go crazy.
Absolutely. Now, like I said, I don't know if he's still doing this at 71, but like this was that documentary was released on him. I think it was like 2012. So he was 62, still dunking. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, Jordan still dunks. You still see the film of him dunking now. He's 58 now.
Yeah,
and he's still dunking.
Let's see. I mean,
I think we're getting close to Charles Barkley's birthday too.
Ooh, he's not dunking.
No, donuts maybe.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's all he's dunking.
Today's also National Banana Bread Day, but I hate banana bread.
I'm not a banana bread guy at all.
I hate banana
bread. I like
bread.
monkey bread. Don't like banana bread. Monkey bread is delicious. Banana bread, meh.
I don't know what monkey bread is, so.
Monkey bread is like I'll describe it as like kind of like French toast as like a cake. Like it has like the cinnamon in there, but there's like some kind of nuts in there and stuff like that.
That sounds terrible.
You don't like French toast?
I'm not really the biggest cinnamon person.
Okay.
I mean, like I'll eat it, but I'm not the biggest cinnamon person.
You're not aggressively into I enjoy cinnamon. Like one of my favorite cookies, Snickerdoodles. I'm a sucker for a Snickerdoodle.
You and Ree, both of you.
They're delicious. They are absolutely delicious. They're undefeated as a cookie. Nice and warm out the oven. You kidding me? It's heaven, especially around like holiday. Because I associate holidays with cinnamon. Like the cinnamon smell reminds me of like Christmassy times and like.
So would you not eat a Snickerdoodle in like July then?
Oh no, I'll crush Snickerdoodle in July to eat too.
Oh, okay.
And we do Christmas in July too, so you have that.
Well, what about May?
Maybe not May, but like definitely around holiday time. I love those. You know what I love holiday times? You know those the can of cookies, the butter cookies, with the ones that look like pretzels.
Yeah.
Sugar. Oh my gosh, I'll take out an entire can of those things. I'm not a majorly like I don't have a major sweet tooth. Like that's why I like those because they're sweet, but they're not too sweet. Like I don't like stuff that's like Amber has like a legendary sweet tooth. That's not me. Like I'm more of salty and savory. Like I would much rather have a Dorito over a like brownie.
Yeah, I'm not really a big like cake or pie person, but Candy?
You're a candy man?
Yeah. Gummies?
Yeah.
Sour gummies?
Yeah. See that like Sour Patch Kids, Swedish Fish.
Sour Patch watermelons?
Yeah.
Best
I think we actually have some in there right now.
Best candy. Don't tell me that.
I think so. I think the kids have some in there right now.
Best candy of all time. Sour Patch watermelons.
It's good candy. It's a solid candy. But yeah, I'll do that more over like the chocolatey stuff. I like the sweet stuff more. Definitely.
After recent laws passed in New Jersey today, I'll be eating a lot more Sour Patch watermelons while I'm over there.
What passed?
You can burn them over there legally, sir.
It's really?
Yes, sir.
I didn't hear this. This
Passed
morning?
today.
Wow, it's a big day. Bobby Shmurda coming home?
Now, you're still a long way away from being able to purchase it.
Right.
You still have to build the infrastructure.
But the first step is here.
Yeah.
It's a big day though.
Sour Patch watermelons. You know what's hilarious? What they used to do in Vegas, the Girl Scout cookie, the Girl Scouts, they used to set up shop in the parking lots of the dispensaries.
Oh, that's genius.
Tell me that's not great business move.
That is a great business model. Oh my, are you kidding me?
I would be driving down the street and you would see the giant dispensaries and like the wraparound parking lots, and then you would see the Girl Scout like booths set up. Boom, right there with all the different cookies displayed.
I can't say no to those girls though. They always get me. Like it gets to the point where it gets so bad that I have to like if I go to a grocery store, I know I'm gonna do it. If I have to go to another stop and I see them, I have to tell them like I already did it over here. Just to make myself talk. I already did it over here at the Giant here. I can't say that.
I seldom have cash on me.
Yeah.
So unless
what I'll do is I'll go if I see them. I'll go inside and get something to get cash back because no one really carries cash anymore. But actually now they're doing the swipe.
Oh,
I did it one time. I was like, yeah, I have cash, and the little girl's like, no, it's okay. We have the swipe. It's like, oh, okay, y'all ready?
Now, I need to find somebody whose daughter or niece or someone is a Girl Scout that can get me the hookup on the Girl Scout cookies.
Don't know any Girl Scouts.
I don't either.
I don't know. Like it's weird. I know they exist, obviously, but like I don't know any of them.
Here's what it is. All of my friends that I grew up with that have kids all have sons. They don't know the connection.
I wouldn't want.
I need the hookup.
Honestly, I wouldn't want my daughter to be a girl. It's too much of a commitment. Because Girl Scouts is not something you do by yourself. Your whole family has to be a scout. You got dad scout, mom scout, brother scout. You're all scouts because like you do those trips. And there's something going on like every day. And then also too now flip it around. Now I'm a Girl Scout dad. I gotta be out there with her as she's selling these cookies. I don't want to do that. I don't want to sell outside the local grocery store on a Saturday afternoon.
When I was in, I think it was second grade, I did Boy Scouts for 1 year, but I didn't.
Nobody cares about the Boy Scouts.
The thing is,
it's all Girl Scouts.
I didn't do anything though. Like for example, they'd be like, "We're going."
Why does this not surprise me?
We're going on a camping trip. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
This is totally on brand for you.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, we're gonna go out.
You were a Boy Scout, but never showed up.
Yeah, no, I would show up to
took
like
roll. Justin Emery, he's not here again. Okay.
Yeah, I would show up to like the little like meetings at like somebody's house or something, where they would like teach you like little crap out of a book.
Yeah,
but. Like, oh, we're like, all right, we're going to go in and we're going to the nature center. We're going to identify different birds. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Yeah. I didn't do anything.
I didn't do Boy Scouts because I went to church and we didn't have Boy Scouts. We had something called Stockade. And, like, it was basically Boy Scouts but with a different name. Like, we had the book where you had to get – did you have the book of things you had to accomplish?
Yeah.
You didn't accomplish anything, I'm sure.
Very few check marks.
I went through the book. I had all check marks. I did everything. I did everything they told me to do. I did do.
I
didn't make it happen.
Marks.
We did. I guess you didn't go camping.
Oh God, no.
Then what was the point of even signing up? Why'd you even get involved in that?
I didn't know. I thought it was going to be.
What do you think they were going to be doing there?
I thought they were going to teach me how to like build fires and like shoot arrows and stuff.
Yeah, that's all a part of it. You probably missed that day.
No. That was further down the line.
Yeah, but you have to get past step 1 to get to step 13. You don't skip to get to that point.
I wanted to pick and choose my activities.
That's not how it works. You don't pick and choose your activities. You have to do all the activities in the Scouts. You're a bad Scout.
Oh, I was a terrible Scout.
But it's funny though. The Boy Scouts, what do they even sell? They got,
I have no idea.
I think they do popcorn.
Oh yeah,
but it's
they
like
do.
It's uncooked popcorn.
It's terrible.
Who wants uncooked popcorn? But the Girl Scouts got the cookies. It's terrible.
At least I don't know if they all do it, but at least the Boy Scouts, around here, they did a derby car racing.
Oh yeah, we did that.
So they did it twice
did
a
that.
year.
I forgot about that. That was fun.
So the first year, or the first time they did it twice a year, they did like I guess the prelims and then like the event, whatever it was. Well, the first one, me and my dad built it.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Man, it sucked. Like it looked cool. Like, it was awesome. You know, it was blue with like stripes down the side.
Yeah.
We even cut a Lego guy in half and glued him to the top so he was inside, like looked like he was inside of it.
Nice. Didn't work.
No, I mean like it functioned, but it didn't perform. It didn't perform.
Okay.
So the next time around, we're like, nah. Like my dad's like, you want to do it? I was like, nah. If we're gonna like lose like that again, I'd rather just not participate than take an L like that again.
Take a hard L.
Well, I don't know what happened, but he went out on the black market and found a car.
You found a souped up car?
He found a black market derby car.
What?
Smoking everybody and thing right down the lane.
That's not right.
I was like, I don't know where you find a black market.
Yeah, I don't know how you find
car. He did it down. It was purple. It was purple with these huge black wheels, and it smoked everybody.
Like got on a plane, went some obscure spot in India.
Yeah, had green snakes on the side of it, and I was like,
yeah.
I remember looking at it, turning to my friend, and I was like, I've never seen a block of wood move so fast.
They're selling like kidneys and derby cars all in the same room.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I
didn't win though.
I built my own derby car. I came in 5th. Not bad.
I would never be able to do that now.
Me. No, I would not know what to do. Like
I'd go to Amazon and be like, how?
Yeah, I watch like my daughter's really into the Lego Friends, where it's like these whole sets and communities you build, and like that used to be a skill of mine when I was a kid. Like I used to love to do like the model cars. I used to get those and build those, and then I would do like elaborate Lego stuff and whatever, just like derby cars, build all this kind of stuff. Now, I could never. I look at her, I'm like, how did you do that? Like, it's amazing how when the way your brain works, when like you start getting new skills and you don't practice those other skills, you just lose them. They're just gone.
I used to do dominoes.
Play dominoes.
Not like stack them up like to knock them down.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But elaborate ones. I'd have them going upstairs, sideways, splitting, knocking different. It was elaborate. And the key was, this is for all you guys out there making rookie mistakes while you're lining up your dominoes.
Yeah.
Every, 40 to 50 dominoes, take one out. So that if you mess up and inadvertently bump one, knock it down, you'll only knock down a portion.
Set. It won't be the whole thing.
Won't be the whole. So then after you're done, you can go in and
put them in.
Put them in at the end.
It's a good idea. Because everyone's had that where and then you get frustrated and flip the table.
Oh, we're talking the whole room.
Yeah, you're doing the whole, you're doing
I'm having them going up like elevated stairs and everything. You were
serious.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't playing games.
I had nothing else to do. I was like 12.
I mean, yeah, but look at how meticulous you were.
Oh, yeah.
But today, I feel like I would never want to do something like that. But I don't know, when you're that young, time is endless. It does, you get lost in an activity. And it's if you started doing this thing at 11 in the morning, all of a sudden it's dinner time. But you're okay. You're okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, might have been in high school, but really early in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You'd get those random days where you'd get out at 11 or 12 for
whatever,
school, teachers, whatever.
Yeah.
I remember there was a day where I randomly got out 10:36 or something. I was like, why they even bother bringing us into school?
Right.
So I got back home. You got the house to yourself because you're basically a day off from school.
Right.
So I was like, I want to learn how to juggle. So I used to. So I had 3 tennis balls.
Okay.
And I used to bounce them off the wall.
Yeah.
To make up for in the air. It took me 2 days, and I was like, oh, I can juggle now.
There you go.
So,
good job by you.
Yeah. I don't know if I can still do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's something you don't practice, you lose.
But,
I would barrack, like I said, with those cars.
Whenever we do a B&E after dark, though, we can definitely give it a shot.
Yeah. I would barricade myself in a room for hours and be like, you know what? I'm going to do 2 cars today.
Yeah.
And then, literally, I would just stay in my room until I was told to come out and just knock it out. But, today, but there are adults that still do stuff like that. Which is admirable. I think that's cool, but me, I don't even know how to build anything anymore. Like I made my own baseball bat in high school.
Yeah.
I did my own baseball. Yeah, I'll show it to you sometime. It's literally probably the thing I'm most proud of that I built. It took the entire school year to do it because most of it was like shaping it on what is that thing called? I forget what it's called. It would spin
Like
the
the
bat,
spinning saw,
and I would have to like
Yep.
shape it out. But like I shaped this thing out. It's heavy. It's really heavy. Like it has to be like at least like 40 ounces or something crazy.
It's not up to standard.
No, like it'll take somebody out if it needs to, but like it's wooden. It's like I had the nice shine on there. Everything shaped like it looks really really good. I tried to use it like in a game, like a playground game. I was like, this thing's way too heavy. It's not gonna work.
You can't whip it around.
Yeah, you can't whip it around. I was like, ugh.
Unless Jamie Moyer's throwing to you.
Yeah, unless Moyer's throwing them. Oh man, he is a guy that I've always fantasized about hitting off of. I was like, I feel like I could hit Jamie Moyer.
Yeah.
But like he would make you look silly in those changeups though.
Yeah. You'd be way out in front of them.
Way out in front of those. He's throwing like 86 and giving me a 65-mile-per-hour changeup. It's no good.
Yeah, like what a dramatic difference.
Yeah, it's major difference. So yeah, we didn't get a chance to get to this yesterday. I found this pretty interesting. So they were talking about the NBA and people who get tweeted at with the most negative tweets. Now, I had my ideas when I first even saw this headline. I had my ideas of who would be number one on this list, but I think number one's going to surprise you. Who do you think number one is? The most negatively tweeted at?
Well, my original guess would have been
here's the deal. 2 through 6, not surprising.
So
number one is surprising.
So I was gonna say it was gonna be LeBron, but judging by your reaction, I'm gonna say LeBron's probably not number one. So is he a household name?
Yes.
He's a household name?
Yes.
Is it Steph Curry?
It is. Steph Curry is number one on this list at 27% of his mentions are negative.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, 2 through 6, not surprising. So 2 is Russell Westbrook at 24%. He's a polarizing guy.
He is. I'm surprised he's number 2, though.
Yeah, maybe surprised number 2, but not surprised on this list.
No, you're not surprised on the list.
Not surprised in the top 5. Embiid, 3.
Not surprised.
LeBron, 4.
Not surprised.
KD, 5. Now, KD, I thought would be number 1. Because here's the deal with KD is because KD is a guy that one of the few NBA players that will consistently go back at fans. Mm-hmm. Like he has a long track record of going back at fans. Even
it doesn't bother him.
He will call you out. He will even he's slid in fans' DMs before.
Yeah,
but that's how deep it gets. Like he'll have a private conversation with you about why you hate him. So that didn't surprise me. Number 6, again, not surprising. Kyrie Irving, 20%.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I don't know how Steph Curry got on this. Let's be honest with you.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you that. But first, let me address the entire list as a whole first.
Okay.
Not surprised by anybody on the list. Just a little surprised at the order of the list.
Okay.
Those would have probably been my. I don't know if those would have been my top 6, but all 6 of those guys would have made my top 10. I just don't know if I would have put them in that order.
Yeah, I just think with Steph's just such a nice guy.
I'll tell you why. So this is just strictly based upon a negative mention, correct? Mm-hmm. So it doesn't decipher anything else other than it's a negative message. So some of that that plays into that is fans of opposing teams as he's beating them tweeting at him.
Yeah.
At Steph Curry, you suck.
Yeah.
Why he's watching Steph Curry drop 35.
Yeah, I can see
so
that.
That's that. Number 2, a lot of people don't think that he's Jordan's come out and said he's not a Hall of Famer. A lot of people think Steph is a gimmicky player.
Stupid,
I guess I should say, a gadgety player.
Yeah, I think people people who says that's stupid. Come on, bro. Steph Curry is a first ballot Hall of Famer.
I agree.
It's not even again, we talked about the influential, a couple of days ago. This is a guy that has changed the NBA and changed the way you play basketball and what's acceptable in basketball and what's not. Like now, there's no like we talked about this before. Like you watch a game now, there's really no bad shots anymore. Like what? Like do you ever like when someone takes a shot? Like if Dwight Howard shot a 30-foot three, obviously you'd be like, what's happening?
There's
but, like,
no
if a
bad
guard-
shots. There's
if a
just
guard's pulling
certain
up from a
players.
logo, are you fazed by that anymore?
No.
Think about that though. Think about that 10 years ago. If you would have saw a guy do that, your eyes would be like, what are you doing? Like, but he's made and like even like I think even equally as impressed with Steph Curry as shooting is his ball handling.
Yes.
But it's not gimmicky. The guy's an insane ball handler and has worked really hard to become that. He wasn't that coming out of Davidson. He was just a shooter. But his ball handling, his playmaking, all of that stuff is Hall of Fame worthy. So that's just stupid. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. I think a lot of it is. I think what plays into it is a lot of it. Like I said, people hate tweeting him in the moment while they're watching it.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people. I mean, I'm not the first person that have brought to you that people look down on Steph Curry. You've heard it.
I've heard it. Yeah.
So.
I've debated that before.
I think that that is what pushes him towards the top of the list.
Yeah. So I have another list for you. Fewest negative tweets. This one, number one to me is okay. I can see why. Fewest number of negative tweets.
Are this active players? I'm assuming
Active. Well, one's not. Actually, two are not.
Is number one active?
One's active.
Least negative tweeted about. Luka?
No, he's not. He's not on the list.
Okay.
But that's a good guess. Klay Thompson, number one.
Okay.
14% of his mentions were negative.
Okay. Interesting.
He's not, but he's not like a hateable guy. Like he's not like he doesn't really like Klay. Clay's gotten some things recently on social media, but that's not typically his character. He doesn't usually. I mean, usually when he tweets, it's something super innocuous.
Yeah, it doesn't even really make sense.
Yeah, like it's just random like tweet. Like it's not doesn't say anything too.
He's probably hungover while he's tweeting it. Like,
Right,
it doesn't really make sense.
Clay's a he's. I don't really. I can't really ever think like Steph. Like people have complained about him, but who really complains about Klay Thompson's game?
Klay Thompson can score 30 points in a game and only hold the ball for like 14 seconds.
Yeah, he can score 30 on 6 dribbles.
Yeah.
Like he's that. It's ridiculous. So Jamal Crawford was number 2 on this list. Chris Paul number 3, which I was surprised because he's another one where
there's a lot of people that don't like Chris Paul.
Yeah, and he's not like even in NBA circles, a lot of people that don't like him.
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot of flack for being not so great of a teammate.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas at number 4, and Anthony Davis number 5. So that list is meh.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting one: most positive tweets. So the mentions were positive. Number 1, interesting, but after I think about it, okay.
I have no idea.
Kevin Love, show him the love.
Okay.
I think because like people know he has like he deals with like mental health issues and like all the things that he said about supporting mental health, and like I think that's probably why he's on this list.
Okay.
Like people ain't coming at K-Love crazy. Like you can't do that. It's not right. And then Steph is number 2, LeBron's number 3, but I think they're on this list also just because they're tweeted at so much.
Yeah,
it's gonna be in there. Here's an interesting one. Number 4, Blake Griffin.
I'd assume people would hate that guy.
Me too, but he's actually like a funny dude.
He is funny.
Like,
he's entertaining.
He's done like those celebrity roasts before.
Yeah.
And like remember like we forget now because Blake Griffin's
he's an entertaining guy.
He's been buried kind of in the obscurity of Detroit Pistons. So like Detroit's not a team like you just see it very much, but like Blake used to have like he was one of the original State Farm people. Like Blake used to have some really good commercials. Some like really funny commercials.
Remember he had Kia when he jumped over Kia at the at the dunk contest.
Yeah, his superstar stock has kind of gone down just because he went to Detroit, and Detroit is just a team
And
that
he's not physically what he used to be. Like,
no,
he is,
not at all, not at all. But
he
he's
is
not
severely.
He's lost a lot of athleticism.
He's been really hampered by his injuries.
When you're that like that's the problem. Like Blake Griffin was almost too athletic for his body. Like imagine like a 15-year-old driving a Ferrari.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like just like the revving and it'd be hard for a 15, 16-year-old to control that car. That's why I feel like his body was like the things that he was doing in Oklahoma, and then what he did in his early days in LA. Like, come on, like those like.
Now he
is in my opinion the All NBA most athletic of all time. He's on that team.
You had mentioned incorrectly though that Harden and Gronk had been to college at the same time.
Yeah, same time, different colleges.
Different colleges.
Yeah,
but you do know who did attend college together at the same time.
Who's that?
Blake Griffin, Sam Bradford were at Oklahoma on campus together.
I mean, what do you think Sam's doing with his sleeves? You think Sam was getting in some trouble?
Oh, you don't know the legendary Bradford college stories then. Because you got to, like, he was originally brought in as a hockey guy.
Yeah.
You know how hockey guys get down.
Yeah, oh yeah. They can party.
And they were like, despite, a lot of people think Sam Bradford could have played in the NHL if he pursued hockey. Like, he was that good of a hockey player.
Wow.
But obviously went the route of football. And
yeah, he made a lot of money for doing baseball.
Nobody cashes a check. His deposit game.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame deposit game.
Hall of Fame deposit game.
Hall of Fame.
Now he's using the phone. He's not even going to the bank now.
Yeah, not anymore.
Like the money that man has made for his production. Are you kidding me? Like, who wouldn't want to be that man? So the last name before we go to break. Most positive tweets. Hoodie Mello. Carmelo Anthony.
The most?
The fifth most. And I'm saying he's on the list.
Oh.
Last name. 46% of his mentions positive.
If you did this while he played with the Knicks, that wouldn't be
that wouldn't be the case. I think it's because of him. Probably that time he's trying to get back in the league, and everyone wanted him to get back in the league because it wasn't Carmelo Anthony is still good enough playing the NBA. Like, come on, so that whole idea and notion that he wasn't good enough to play in the NBA was stupid, and I think a lot of people were upset about that. But we're gonna take a break, and on the other side, we got Twitty because it's Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Brad in the morning. Marcus Brown just in. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Marcus Brown. I'm here to talk to you today about Uncle Mike's Homemade Ice Cream. USA Today selected Uncle Mike's as the best ice cream parlor in Pennsylvania. Uncle Mike's is a family-owned and dedicated to the production of premium quality gourmet ice cream and sorbet. Made fresh daily on the premises using the highest quality ingredients available, Uncle Mike features over 30 unique delicious flavors offered in scoops, sundaes, shakes, and special order ice cream cakes and pies. Uncle Mike's Homemade Ice Cream is located at 537 York Road in Warminster. It's open all year round. Serving you happiness one scoop at a time. Hi, I'd like to talk to you guys today about my friends at Amy's Pizza. Amy's has a plethora of pizza for your munching pleasure, specialty pizzas such as Hawaiian, margarita, taco, and plenty more. If it's sandwiches you're into, they've got those too. Cheesesteaks, burgers, hoagies, even gyros. Amy's offers pickup and takeout options, but they are also available on Grubhub. Amy's is located at 332 York Road in the heart of Hatboro. Call them at 215-957-1000. Again, that's 215-957-1000. Yeah, man. Welcome back, Brown Man in the Morning. Marques, Brown, Justin Emery. And it's Tuesday, so you know who we got on the line. It is Twitty. What's up, bro?
What's happening, boys? You enjoying this heat wave?
Yeah, I'm going to do some sun baking later on.
I'm struggling. I'm struggling over here.
Mr. Vegas can't take it?
No, not at all. I'm really hurting over here. I had maybe about week and a half ago or so, I was having a meltdown to Marcus, and I'm done with this. I want to go back to no seasons.
The only thing I'm concerned about is the flooding. I don't like that. When you get to like 45, 50, 55, and all this stuff starts melting, and it's just you go down normal streets, and it's like Noah's Ark in there.
So tomorrow,
with the rain late yesterday, it's already happening. I basically had to swim through a CVS parking lot yesterday.
yeah, I don't like that. And my car is low to the ground anyway, so I have to avoid water at all costs.
Yeah. I don't really venture out when it's raining or snowing whatsoever. So I'm just trying to avoid that. Like as soon as I leave here tomorrow, right back home. I'm not dealing with that. I was pod racing yesterday. I am not going canoeing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not doing that at all.
Finished Breaking Bad. And
nice.
I finished it last night.
Nice.
I'm depressed. It's always sad when something great comes to an end.
Well, I'll one up you. You want to know what's bad? I'll tell you what's bad because Twitty knows exactly what I'm about to say.
What's that?
So, he had mentioned last week about it's like punching the my login information on AMC. You can get season 5.
Yeah.
So over the weekend, I shot my man a text. I said, "Hey, let me get your login real quick so I can check it out."
Right.
Unavailable.
Unavailable?
Unavailable.
Tried to come through with the help, and it did not work out.
It's terrible.
Yes. So I appreciate the hookup, but the hookup
it's not right.
Didn't work. And so now I'm stuck again trying to locate season 5 of Better Call Saul.
AMC has won this round.
It is so close that I'm about to buy the DVD season off of Amazon.
The DVD?
Yeah.
That's a foreign word to me anymore.
Well,
given the shape my PS4 is in, I'd be more likely to buy the season on Amazon Prime.
That's fair. I was playing Madden over the weekend, and to take a line from our guest, it sounded like a plane was taking off when I was playing.
I have a question I throw out here. What is WandaVision? Like I'm hearing about this show, and like it's all over my timeline. People are talking about it going around. What is WandaVision, and why should I watch it?
So let me preface this with a question: are you an MCU fan?
I don't know what you just said.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe.
No.
I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan. I just don't know. Like
are you into superhero movies?
Superhero? Yeah. Yeah. Some of them. Like I love the Batman series and.
No. I'm saying super
deep. Like
we're
the
talking
B-sides?
we're talking Black Panther or
I did Black Panther. Yeah.
Aquaman or
did see Aquaman.
Those
Iron
further.
Man?
I don't know.
Does Iron Man count?
I don't know.
Iron Man is included in the MCU. He's
okay.
the original.
So yeah. I mean, I like that. I mean, I don't love it, but I like it.
Well, so WandaVision is the latest in all of the interconnected Marvel properties because, now that they've been going for a while, they don't really make movies outside of that universe anymore.
Okay.
And this is the first thing we got after a year and a half since Endgame. So first of all, as a Marvel fan, we were waiting for it like a crack addict waiting for his dealer. But essentially, it revolves around Scarlet Witch and Vision, two of the most powerful Avengers characters, even though they haven't necessarily been treated as such in the movies. And Vision died twice in the two Thanos movies. Well, in one of the two Thanos movies, he died twice. And so the show kind of kicks off, and you don't understand how he's alive. The show goes out of its way to confuse you for 2 episodes before things really start happening. But I think what you really need to know for it to make sense is that they're stuck in this little pocket reality that the Scarlet Witch has created, and it's the feel and form of the narrative is informed by her love of old TV shows in a way.
That's what I was gonna bring up. What got my attention is I saw they did like a tribute to Malcolm in the Middle, which is one of my favorite shows like ever.
Malcolm
So
in the Middle was
every
elite.
episode has like one show it's firmly based on, but then
Yeah.
they throw in like a lot of other references too.
Cause I saw that, I was like, wait, what is this? And then I kept hearing about it, so I had to ask questions. But now I get it. Okay, with the old TV shows, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll check it out.
The first 2 episodes were very confusing on purpose.
But they probably won't be confusing to me, right? Because I don't know a lot. So I'll just be
Yeah,
watching.
honestly,
I'll be
that's
watching
one thing. Like, if you're not an MCU hardcore fan, you're gonna go into these 2 episodes probably less confused than an average MCU fan, which is it's a nice flip from what's usual. You know?
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll give it a shot.
You'll have to let me know how it is.
I will. I'll get in there today.
I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, check it out. I mean, Breaking
Only
Bad's
2
dead,
episodes
so,
left.
are done.
and
So
Gotta figure out
the
something else.
last 2 are gonna be the longest.
All right, I'm in.
So I saw what you posted on Twitter, and I'm very intrigued. So
Let me adjust my tinfoil hat.
so without any further ado, I gotta hear what you have to say.
If you've ever seen or read The Men Who Stare at Goats, you know that for much of the back half of the 20th century, the U.S. military was heavily researching a variety of topics under a vast paranormal umbrella. Today, more and more details of these investigations keep becoming public now via declassified documents. Today's topic concerns one such report from 1983. This is the Gateway Experience. This declassified CIA document's been making the rounds on social media lately, especially TikTok. Penned by Army Lieutenant Colonel Wayne McDonald, it describes the quote-unquote Gateway Experience as a training system designed to bring enhanced strength, focus, and coherence to the amplitude and frequency of brainwave output between left and right hemispheres, so as to alter consciousness, moving it outside the physical sphere, so as to ultimately escape even the restrictions of time and space. To put it in a less jargon-dense way, the Gateway Experience uses audio tapes of specific frequencies to put the 2 hemispheres of your brain into a synchronized state. This essentially acts as an aid to traditional meditation techniques and can make achieving trance states far easier and makes the states far deeper. The practical applications the Army investigated were numerous, including but not limited to manifesting goals, converting energy to heal oneself, and remote viewing, a favorite of Army research. Typically, when you read a declassified report like this, the author tries to approach it in an unbiased way, and then towards the end, they start trying to disprove the idea at all costs. But in this report, Wayne McDonald not only doesn't seek to disprove it, he seems to find an overwhelming majority of the theory plausible. But here's the twist. The report is missing a page. When contacted via a Freedom of Information request, the CIA claims that the report was originally submitted to them without the missing page, and that only the Army could potentially have a full unredacted version. But a leading theory online is that the page was omitted on purpose. The idea is that anyone progressing through the Gateway Experience will eventually find themselves an adept remote viewer, and they will find the page themselves. And that is the Gateway Experience.
I mean, I'm in.
So
I'm in.
I found
Marcus
a couple
is looking at
of
me
the
like
tapes.
I don't get it, but I'm in.
I found a couple of the recordings, and I actually tried it out myself. You know, I have a little bit of experience with meditation and trance states and stuff like that. And as someone who finds it hard to, you know, get to that first level of trance meditation, I was amazed because this tape it got me right into a trance state within like minutes, and it was so deep. Like, I'm probably going to have to hunt down more of these recordings.
Wow. You don't even know what to say.
I don't even respond to this. This is deep.
It's intense stuff, guys.
I mean, listen, like when you talk about the line, you talk about meditation as a whole, and any sort of experience, like, you know, whether it's religious, whether it's, you know, on a level of just you being alone with nature, like, yeah, this is not. I don't even know if this is conspiracy theory, because the idea of meditation and being able to take your brain somewhere else, to me, is extremely plausible. You know?
It is. I was really just counting on the declassified CIA report aspect of it.
Yeah, that aspect of it.
Umbrella.
Yeah, absolutely. But I have seen like people who get deep into thought, and it literally takes them and goes somewhere else. So yeah.
So there was a time when I was in San Diego, there was this guy that I used to partake in certain activities with. That would change, your perception of some things. Mm-hmm. But every morning he would go out and he would do yoga at the ocean and watch the sunrise every morning. And he was like, he's like, once I get into like these like really deep yoga poses, he's like, I start seeing everything in tie-dye, and there's hieroglyphics and there's pyramids coming at me. He's like, and it's not the drugs. He's like, it's the state of mind I get in while you're doing yoga. Now, for me,
I believe it.
Now, for me, it is the other stuff. But
is the under influence of other stuff? Is he doing the yoga?
He said he wasn't.
Yeah, I believe it.
Said he wasn't. He was like, he's like, I will be later, but he's like, in that moment, he's like, I am sound of body and mind.
They have certain apps too, like you can put on stuff and go into like some of those trance-like states and get involved in that kind of stuff.
Headspace is like $1 billion tech company now.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, there definitely is like, and honestly, it's good for you to be able to focus on something that much and kind of open, like it's kind of a combination of focus and unfocus. If that makes any sense, to get yourself into that kind of state, and it's good.
Well, one theme I read through this really long Vice article about the report, and the one thing I kept coming back to is it's just like picture like your normal state of consciousness as like spreading out from you in all directions, and they kind of described like the goal of the gateway experience is to like take all of that energy and send it out in like one laser line, so that like you can they're saying like that's how the Army made remote viewing possible in some of their soldiers. Like they just turned their attention from being like an outward thing to like a one straight line laser focus,
Yeah, I'm sure when it comes to like, CIA, FBI, heavy military, there has to be a sense, there probably is some sort of high level meditation involved just to go out and commit the acts and do the things they do. Right?
The whole time he was talking about the secret CIA, trials and all that, I kept thinking of the opening scene in Pineapple Express.
Item 9.
You ever seen Pineapple Express?
I've seen it.
Okay, yeah. This is what I think. And I can only hope that I would be one day introduced to Item 9. Twitty, there? Hello?
Yes. I might know somebody with some Item 9, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, no. We were just joking how it's now legal in Jersey as of today.
Yeah.
Right.
So, what have you got on the podcast this week?
So we've got friend of the show, Big Goon Arcuri, coming back, and we wanted something popular but incredibly bad to do this week. So we're going to be tackling the worst Batman movie, Batman and Robin, a movie that George Clooney is still apologizing for to this day.
Poor Robin. Poor Rob. Robin gets the short end of the stick. He is just no one enjoys Robin.
Hey, you look at that 4-movie Batman series in the late 80s and 90s, and Robin is the only character other than Alfred that can carry an actor for more than one movie. Well, Keaton made 2 appearances as Batman. But.
Well, when I was a kid, I remember, I'm old enough to remember the Batman TV show from the 60s with Burt Ward as Robin.
Yeah.
And Adam
West.
Adam West, there you go. Adam West as Batman. And as a kid, Robin was my favorite. I was a Robin stan watching those shows. But then I grew up to figure out that Robin's actually a big loser. So I abandoned
in the
ship.
comics, like all the different Robins become infinitely more interesting once they hit the point where one day they tell Batman, like, all right, I got to do my own thing.
Yeah,
like,
I'm good.
It can't just be your little orphan boy anymore.
Right.
So when you
All the Robins are just his surrogate children, basically.
Facts.
when you type in to Google Batman Robin, the first thing that comes up is Batman and Robin the worst movie ever?
Yeah, it's real bad, man. So there's a supercut on YouTube of all Arnold Schwarzenegger's ice puns from that movie, and the video's 20 minutes long. The movie's only like an hour and a half, and 20 minutes of it is ice puns.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I feel like I've seen that one.
It's also the one
What-
where
you know what
Uma
happened- you happen to
Thurman
know
is
what-
just doing the most as Poison Ivy.
Do you happen to know off the top of your head what year that came out?
It's probably like 96 to 98, something like
I
that.
feel like I've seen that in theaters.
You've definitely seen it. I feel like everybody's seen Batman and Robin.
I didn't see it. I've never seen the movie, but now I want to watch it to see how terrible it is.
It's so bad, man. It's on HBO Max if you get curious. It's on
HBO Max? Oh, I'm definitely in.
Yeah, they got like everything DC now.
Nice.
It features such great bits as the previously mentioned ice puns. Batman has a credit card in his utility belt that just says Batman good till forever.
What?
How do you negotiate that? No expiration date on your
No.
card? Woo.
It's the original black card.
Yeah, it is a black card. I'll tell you that.
You can't. I mean,
And also, before the DCEU, this is the closest we ever got to like a shared universe because he mentions Superman offhandedly.
Huh.
At one point, there was a plan for Clooney's Batman to share the screen with the Nick Cage Superman, and the first movie in that planned universe was actually Steel, starring Shaquille O'Neal. Which is worse than this somehow.
somehow get Shaq involved.
Gotta get Shaq involved, man.
Gotta get involved in it. So where can we find you?
Be sure to check me out on Twitter and IG at Ultron1321, and be sure to follow the show at Twitty and the Brand on IG and at Twitty and Brand on Twitter. Be sure to like us on Facebook.
Will do. And hey, we appreciate you coming on, and we look forward to talking to you next week.
You got it. Have a good one, guys.
You too.
Talk to you.
So I got distracted by something wild that's going to blow your mind on the other side.
Okay, hold on real quick. I won't tell me that on the other side, but real quick.
I will.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the actor.
Yeah.
I thought that they were going to, because obviously he plays Robin in Dark Knight Rises.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought they might give him a spin-off movie of Robin.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it's ever going to happen.
I mean, I think Robin deserves a movie.
I think he does
Because,
too.
like,
a legitimate movie.
A legitimate movie, because Robin really doesn't have a great backstory.
No.
Because it's been all about Batman, as it should have been. So let's find out what Robin. Let's find out Robin, who he is. Maybe do it post Batman. Maybe you could do a trilogy. You could start off like.
Well, you're familiar with obviously the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
So I always at the the very last scene is, or not, I should say, he discovers the Batcave and all that.
Right.
And I was like, oh man, they're gonna flip
It's about to go down. Yeah.
Negative.
Right.
Negative. Yeah. All right. We'll go to a break.
Yeah.
You got something.
I'm blown away.
Okay.
I'm blown away.
Go
right
to the
now.
break.
We're gonna come back.
Then we'll come back.
We're gonna talk Sixers also on the other side
Yes.
too about moves they should possibly make, because we know that needs to happen. So we gotta figure out how it's gonna get done. And if you're not following this Meek Mill Kobe situation, you probably should. Brad Maybe in the morning. Marques, Brown, Justin Emery. We're right back. Chicago. Welcome back, everybody. Bradman in the morning. Marques Brad. I'm Justin Emery. So, this is fresh off the presses.
Okay.
This is from reported by Ian Begley, New York reporter of the Knicks. Works for the networks over there.
Well, I'm sorry. So this is a Knicks beat reporter?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, NBA Central picked up this story.
Okay. So it should have some legs.
Yes.
Okay, talk to me.
The Mavericks have reached out to the Golden State Warriors to gauge interest in Kristaps Porzingis.
Okay.
That it's crazy when Kristaps was first traded to Dallas. That trade looked like a huge win for Dallas.
Yes.
Especially and then you bring Luka in, and it seems like a natural pairing of Luka. Like those two seem like a dream pairing. You got Luka, the playmaker, who's a scorer, but can score on all levels, but also, again, is a great playmaker. You got Porzingis, the 7-foot unicorn.
The unicorn.
That can do...
His nickname is literally
the unicorn.
The unicorn.
Luka can do anything. We're going to match made in heaven. The fact that Dallas looks like they're ready to give up on this right now, to me, is shocking. I know Porzingis has not played great this year, and, there's been whispers and things, is he going to get back to, what he was at his peak in New York? But I'm just surprised they're reaching out now looking to possibly move him. That headline was something I wasn't expecting to read this morning.
I'm less surprised than you. I didn't expect to hear that today, but I'm less surprised than you. He's been really, really, really injured. I don't want to say career-threatening injuries because he's obviously still playing.
Yeah.
But definitely debilitating, degenerating injuries for a professional basketball player. So, with I'm a little surprised at how close or how quickly they decided to call this off. If this is true, I should say, call off this experiment and try to move him. But surprised that it happened. Not surprised it happened at all. Just surprised with how quickly it happened.
Here's a proposed trade.
Okay.
Which I would not do if I'm the Warriors. Porzingis and Terrell Terry for Andrew Wiggins and James Wiseman.
No.
I would not do that. And it's more about Wiseman than it is Wiggins. Wiggins, whatever. But it's more to me about Wiseman.
Wiggins is another guy. Wiggins is another guy who, just like Porzingis, for a season, maybe 2 seasons, flashed. Okay.
Yeah.
This is there was a point in time where I wanted the Sixers' big three to be Embiid, Simmons, Wiggins. I wanted them to try to bring Wiggins. I thought that was the missing piece. Not anymore. Like you said, he's whatever.
Yeah.
But Wiggins and Porzingis are two players who have a very similar story as to how their career.
Yeah, I've never really been in Wiggins like that. He's always kind of been kind of a dog to me. I've always felt that – I always thought he was super talented, but I always questioned his ability to get better and his ability to want to get better. He's kind of been at the same level his entire career where a guy – he can wake up and get out of bed and get 20. That's not a problem for him, but it's not an impactful 20. First of all, he's wildly inconsistent, but second of all – his it's like the analogy I used the other day, like a guy who you're up 8-3 and he hits a solo home run. Who cares?
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything for you. Now if I'm Dallas, if I'm doing this trade, a guy I want back, I want Kelly Oubre Jr. back. He needs to be involved in the trade.
Well, is this open season on Porzingis, or is this just it seems to be a one-team deal?
This report is just saying they reached out to Golden State.
So they reached out to Golden State. It wasn't even Golden State reaching out to them.
They reached out to that's why I was surprised. Like,
so
it's not like,
it sounds to me that there was some private conversation going on as to why they reached out directly, because you can field calls for any player, you know, Golden State could be calling. It's different if Golden State's calling, saying, hey, just kicking the tires. What's up with Porzingis?
right.
Because then you'd also might hear, well, Miami called and just said, what's up with Porzingis, and
Right.
so did Portland. I'm just making those teams up.
Right.
It's completely changes the narrative when it goes, Dallas reached out to Golden State.
Right.
Because that leads me to believe that Dallas wants something from Golden State, not the other way around. Golden State's not looking at it like, all right, maybe if we bring in Porzingis and Steph and Draymond and we get Clay back next year, not looking at it like that.
Right.
Dallas is looking at it like, okay, we'd rather pair player X with Luka.
Right. I mean, Dallas to me has. I liked last year the team they had. I don't understand why they broke that up. I don't like. I think they're desperate. They're missing the shooting they had around Luka last year, and I mean,
Mark Cuban hasn't necessarily hid that he's tanking. I wouldn't say he's full blown, process level yet.
Yeah.
But he has not hidden that he's okay with losing games right now.
Right.
Now that changes a little bit when you have
he sees that this team is not.
Yeah.
Not because going into the season, honestly, I had Dallas as a sleeper.
Here, you need in football, you can find impact players in the second, third, and fourth round in football.
Right.
In baseball, more often than not, the better players are found in the mid and late rounds of the baseball draft.
Yeah.
For basketball, it's those top 5, 8, 10, maybe 12 picks.
Yeah. I mean, the Sixers have done a really solid job over the past couple of years getting late first rounders.
Yes.
But that's a hard thing to do.
Yes, not easy.
You have to have, exceptional scouts. The Matisse Thybulles, the Landry Shamits, the Shake Miltons, and if you go I'll even say I'll use Golden State, the Draymond Greens.
Yeah.
They're hard to find. Guys that contribute later in rounds. You just don't usually get that. But
and it's hard to even hit on the top picks.
Right.
I mean, who's the guy who got drafted? I think it was this year after Kyrie.
Was Cleveland, right?
Yes.
I know
Bennett,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, Bennett. There you go.
I don't know
Bennett.
what his first name. Anthony? Was that his name?
Maybe Anthony Bennett. Yeah.
Anthony.
But I know Bennett. Well, it was terrible.
No.
But that was
another
a bad
guy.
year.
Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Another top guy. These are just guys.
Right. Right.
Markelle Fultz.
Mm-hmm. Just a guy.
Lonzo. In my opinion, he's a good player. He's nice.
Lonzo's now made himself into an above-average NBA player, but
number
he
2
was drafted
overall.
number 2 overall. Right. And his brother. Well, this is, if you follow the balls, the way the story is working out is the way it should be. LaMelo Ball was the whole reason why people started talking about that family in the first place. LaMelo Ball dropped 92 in a high school game, and that's when this family kind of really got on the map. And Lonzo,
but the thing is,
Lonzo was the oldest, so he got
But here's the thing: even when LaMelo dropped those 92, Lonzo was already on campus at UCLA.
Yeah, but even before that game, LaMelo had another ridiculous game. But that's when everyone really started talking about the family. Lonzo.
Yeah, but it wasn't like his brother wasn't on campus.
He was
already.
right, but he was. But I'm saying he wasn't a guy that people considered. His stock shot up because of all of this stuff around him. He wasn't a guy that everyone was like. He wasn't the Let's use an analogy of the Jacksons. Lonzo was Jermaine. He was never Michael. LaMelo's Michael.
Yeah.
LaMelo's always been Michael. But people shifted their attention just because Lonzo was older. So Lonzo got the attention right away, and like to LeVar Ball's credit, he rode that hype train of LaMelo and got all of like even like LiAngelo's not that great of a basketball player.
He's not.
Like he'll probably never get.
He's
into
one
the
of
NBA.
he's like one of those guys that we talked about. Go to the Y,
Right.
he'll light you up.
Right, but he got the UCLA based on the hype of it. Like they all like that's kind of stuff works now with AAU and all of this stuff. But LiAngelo should never have played at UCLA or
Well, he didn't.
Well, right, he didn't, but he never should have gotten a scholarship from them. Lonzo, I don't know, but LaMelo is
Lonzo
gonna
was
be,
a good college player.
LaMelo's going to be an all-star. Like
Oh, yeah.
he's going to be an all-star. He's going to be a perennial all-star. He'll be when the story is done and done being written about the Ball family.
See,
LaMelo
you know
will be
what's interesting
the guy.
about the three of them, is that they actually would all work amazing together.
Of course, yeah.
Like if you fit the three of them on like their game meshes very well. Like Lonzo and LaMelo.
Yeah.
If you put the two of them as your 1 and your 2 guards,
Yeah.
they would blend together very well.
I 1,000%.
And usually I'm sure that's not by coincidence. I'm sure they were
Right.
coached up when they were
Oh, yeah,
younger.
absolutely.
Okay, well, your brother's really good at that. You should focus. I'm sure they were coached up.
And I don't want to be disrespectful to Lonzo Ball because if you've watched his game, he's gotten so much better than he did when his Laker days. Like he's a really good NBA player. Not an all-star, not a star, but he is a guy you would love to have on
He's a starting
your team.
point guard in the
Yeah,
NBA.
yeah. And like his shot has improved, the way he shoots the basketball has improved, his motion's better. Like he's an elite defender. Like he's a above average passer. Like he's a good NBA player. Definitely a guy you want to have on your squad. He's just not the focal point of that family, as he was once. Like people were like, "Oh, Lonzo." No, it's always been about LaMelo. But back to this Porzingis thing, it's just, I guess for me, it just goes back to that Knicks trade, that day that happened. It was like everyone's like, "Oh man, the Knicks got fleeced again," but did they? Did they?
Time will tell.
Time will tell, because, the Knicks are actually playing pretty well, but, we're going to take a break. When we come back on the other side, we're going to get into Sixers. I want to talk a little Brooklyn Nets, too, because they're playing better basketball, but this is a mirage. Bradman in the morning, Marques, Justin Emery. We'll be right back.
Guys, I want to tell you about our newest sponsor, Beef Jerky Outlet in Langhorne. Check them out, beefjerkyoutlet.com/Langhorne. Use promo code BREMI for 10% off, or go in the store, 110 Lincoln Highway, right there at the corner of Business Route 1 and Oxford Valley Road. Go in there, tell them Justin and Marcus sent you. Michael and Sharon will take care of you. Again, promo code BREMI for 10% off your order.
Yeah, man. Bradman in the morning. Marcus Brown, just Emery. Talking a little NBA with you. Now let's get into the home team, the Philadelphia 76ers. First of all, exciting news. The Sixers, the Flyers, and the Phillies have all put in petitions.
Yeah, I did see this.
To try to get limited seating at their games.
I saw the Phillies have limited seating in spring training.
That's not. There you go. That's nice.
I believe. I think it's like 2,800 people or something.
Yeah.
They have in spring training.
It'll be nice to get, and like the nice thing is here, the fan base is so wild that 3,000 will feel like 15,000.
Yeah.
Like you look at like
maybe not for the Phillies, but
yeah. But I was going to mention them how they call them the pandemic crew. That the fandemic crew. The fandemics, they were amazing. Like those air horns, they were amazing. Like you felt their presence, and that's how it is here. So it'll be definitely nice to have an aspect of fan back here, and it'll be nice for the players. I'm sure. Oh God!
You're right there.
No.
Or the Yankees owner, or not the owner, the manager. He was not a fan of the Fandemic crew. None of the Yankees players were. Marcus, you're right there. Hold on. Am I going to time out?
I might need to go on the IR.
Time out.
Ever since I come back from mountains, things aren't right.
You look like you're struggling right now.
I need to go on the IR.
What's going on over there?
In the middle of the night, I teased Amber literally slept through this. Like I almost died last night in the middle of the night. No, 2 nights ago. I'm like laying in bed and I almost pulled a Jane from Breaking Bad. Like looked up on my side. I started coughing, and it coughed so hard it like makes you feel like I felt the burning sensation in the acid in my throat. I'm like looking for something to drink. I'm running around. Amber's just knocked out right next to me in the bed. I'm like, I could have literally died here, and you would have had no idea. But yeah, it's been a struggle.
You're struggling right now.
It's been a struggle.
I was just talking about how the Yankees. Remember the video?
Yeah, they complained about it. Yeah.
Well, do you remember the video of him coming out? And he's like, "My guys are savages in the box. They're savages."
Mm-hmm.
Are you savages with the air horn?
Right. And it worked. I mean, it's not like they were doing it like while guys were trying to hit.
I was so confused right now when you were going down.
Yeah, sometimes it happens, man. I get these weird coughing fits, but
happens to me with sneezing.
I'm a multiple sneezer. I don't sneeze. I don't sneeze once.
You don't sneeze like I do. Trust me.
I'll sneeze like my record. I think it's like 49 in a row.
Okay, maybe you do sneeze like I do.
Like I go like I'm not gonna say in a row. That's an exaggeration. It's more like I'll sneeze, 5 seconds later sneeze, and it keeps going.
My personal record is 28. Marcus is dying right now. There you go.
28 is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
28 is a good sneeze run.
Yeah. No, it hurt.
So you're an aggressive. You're like loud and aggressive with it too.
Oh, it's like not every single sneeze is created equal.
But sometimes
Oh yeah.
But I'll do I'll try to control it sometimes, but I'll end up just yelling. It's like ah. It doesn't come out all fully. It's just a scream instead.
I just think of that video, or not the episode of Family Guy where they're like, "Stop sneezing," and Peter's like, "Okay." And he stops sneezing, and his eyeball pops out of his head.
Yeah, that can happen. That's a thing. It was an urban legend. I don't know.
They apparently the air rushes out of your nose when you sneeze at about 110 miles an hour. That's got to be fast enough to knock your eyeballs out, right?
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, that's why you naturally close your eyes. You're supposed to, at least. But I don't know how we got here. I guess because of my coughing fit. But
yeah, you were struggling over there.
Let's return back to our regular set of programming. What were we talking about? I don't even know.
Something about the Sixers. Sixers and Nets playing better. Sixers.
Yeah. Okay. So
we'll talk about some other stuff later.
Nets. We'll go Nets first because everyone just the thing that drives me crazy about the Nets is everyone wants the Nets to be successful.
So
everyone wants whenever they do anything, they held a squad to 104 points. Like, oh my gosh, the Nets are playing defense. The NBA is over.
Stephen A.
The NBA is over.
When did we discuss the Kyrie not being with the team? About a month ago?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Stephen A. Smith came out and said that he thinks Kyrie should retire.
Yes.
Over the weekend, he was hyping up Kyrie so much and the Nets, saying that the Nets are going to win the championship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, talk about a change of perspective.
Right. Wild.
And I still don't like. Here's what the thing is. I still don't see it. The Sixers are still now on paper, the top end talent of the Nets probably beats the top end talent of the Sixers.
Yes.
KD is better than Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Harden, Embiid, much closer. Push. And I think Embiid's better than Kyrie.
Yeah.
But Harden and Kyrie are both better than Ben Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
So the top end talent of the Nets is better. However, when it comes to the matchups, Sixers match up well against the Nets. Just like we had said the other day, Portland just is a tough matchup for the Sixers. Just the personnel that they have, the sets that they run.
Yeah.
Portland just matches up well with the Sixers.
Here,
it's the same thing with the Sixers with the Nets. They just match up well against the Nets. You might not be the better team, but sometimes you just when everything stacks up, it just comes out in your favor.
And here's the main point with the Nets where I think this is more of a mirage than is real, is that they're doing this without all three. They're doing this without all three. Kevin Durant's been out for about over a week now. So they're making
I
this
think they've
run,
only played 8 games together.
And there was 2 games. There was a couple games where Kyrie wasn't there, and it was just Harden. They won a game last week on the West with just Harden. And then it's been Harden and Kyrie the past couple games, but you're still not doing it with all three. So you still haven't figured out that aspect of how it's going to work when you have all 3 of your stars. Because Harden is taking a significant back seat when Kevin Durant's out there. Where I've always said the one that needs to take the back seat is Kyrie. Because James Harden is the more productive player all across the board. He just does more for you overall.
Significantly more efficient.
Yeah, so Kyrie can't, when you have all 3 of them out there, he can't be that ball-dominant guy that he wants to be. You need him to sacrifice more and be more off the ball. He doesn't know how to do that. And based on the information of when they all 3 of them together, it was James Harden who won a sacrifice. James Harden's numbers reduced significantly. Now his assists went up, but his scoring went down, and James Harden is I said this about him a couple weeks ago. He's an underrated playmaker. He's really good at making plays for other guys and himself. And so you want that because Kyrie, let's be honest. When Kyrie's breaking a guy down, what is he going to do? He's going to score.
He's going to go ISO.
That's it. He's not looking to create for anyone else. And he's not creating any type of environment for anyone else. He's controlling his own environment. Now, it's fun to watch because he's an amazing ball handler, but as a team trying to win, his shooting efficiency isn't near the level of a Harden or Durant. So you alone
not anywhere near as efficient.
So you because of those factors alone need to be a person that reduces your handling of the basketball. It's that simple, and he won't do it. And then defensively, nothing's changed with this team defensively.
No,
they don't play any defense.
Defense is completely optional.
Yeah, and when
Nets.
Listen, here's the deal. I don't understand why we're having this conversation in 2021, but nothing has changed in basketball. When you get in the playoffs, defense intensifies. It intensifies. You're not getting those same looks that you're getting in the regular season that you get in the playoffs. You just don't. And the Sixers, one thing about them is they defend. They defend. They have a lot of guys on this team that will defend.
They have 3 of the 10 best defensive players on their team.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you add in Seth Curry's above-average defender, and Danny Green's above-average defender.
No, Tobias
will play defense.
Tobias, I look at his defensive game like James Harden. Are they all world defenders? No. But will they get into you?
He'll commit. Yeah.
They'll guard you up. They won't shut you down, but they'll put a body in front of you.
Right. He'll
James
commit.
Harden Kyrie, defense optional. Completely optional.
Right.
Harden, he pretty much is defense optional too, but like Tobias, he'll put a body in front of you.
Yeah.
Might not be a good body,
yeah,
but he'll put a body in front of you.
Kevin Durant's the only really good defender out of the 3 of them. Kevin Durant can be a good defender.
And you're being very generous using the word good. He's a competent defender.
I think he's better than competent. I think overall as a defensive player, he definitely could. Like now, is he more? I think he's more LeBron now, where like it's like, listen, like I can lock you down, but I don't need to because I'm doing other things. Like LeBron has been through his career a really good defender, but as you get older and as you get more reps on you, you kind of pick and choose when you do things like that. I think Kevin Durant falls more in that category.
But there was a point in time where LeBron was probably the best defender in the league.
Yeah.
At no point in time are we ever saying that about Durant.
Not the best, but he was a top 10 at one point.
He was a top. No, absolutely not.
I think you're underrouting KD's defensive prowess.
Absolutely not.
I think you're
absolutely
you're being
not.
a little disrespectful.
Absolutely not. But what was your point about the Sixers?
So when it comes to them,
real quick, I'm assuming did we put a bow on the Nets?
Yes.
Okay.
For
So what do you got for the Sixers for me?
For the most part, I am looking at them.
Potential moves. You were saying.
Right. Potential moves going forward with them about, what makes sense for this team. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Dwight Howard and DeMarcus Cousins. And would you take a run at DeMarcus Cousins?
So it's funny you mentioned that. I actually wanted to bring his name up earlier when we were talking about Blake Griffin. But it appears DeMarcus Cousins is now getting the Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond treatment or so, if you want to call it that, whereas basically don't play, keep yourself in shape, we're going to trade you. Now, that is basically opening up two centers, two big men that are on the market right now in Andre Drummond and DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
Now, there are two title contending teams that both are in desperate need of bigs in the Lakers and the Nets.
Right.
The biggest problem for me would be for the Sixers is if Cousins ends up on the Nets.
I mean, I'm not worried about him because here's the thing. DeMarcus Cousins is that like he still can score a little bit, but he can't guard anybody. He can't I don't worry about him having to guard him. That's why I don't like him here. Because
I don't want him here.
I don't think it makes sense here
I don't understand,
over Howard. I don't understand why people are saying that.
What's the problem with Howard?
Well, people are getting concerned because Howard defending the perimeter, being able to defend the pick and roll, blah 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 blah.
He's your backup center. I don't care.
Right. And then I don't that's not what I look this is 20 minutes a game.
You know what his most important thing is?
It might even reduce.
He needs to be there for when Embiid needs a break. That's what I need him for.
I think also off the court, I think he's been good for this team. I think he's been a good mentor, which is important having around a young nucleus when you have Embiid and Simmons. I think he's been good for them. So I don't want to do that. But going to the Nets, that doesn't concern me either because he can't guard Embiid. He just can't. He might be able to score a little bit. But also too, Embiid playing defense on Cousins, I'm not worried about that. I would understand why they would I would be more worried about Andre Drummond than DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, but the thing is, Embiid personally dominates Drummond when they play.
You're right.
He really gives it to Drummond when
you're
they go
absolutely
head-to-head.
right. But if you're asking me the better of the two players and the one that could give you more hope if you're a Nets fan, it'd be Drummond, not Cousins.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around. I think
because
Cousins,
and also Cousins too, injury wise. You don't know he's going to finish the season. He's lost a lot. He's lost you look at Cousins before the Achilles, even with the Pelicans, to what he is at. The Achilles has become the new ACL. Remember that was the scariest injury in sports with tear your ACL. That is now the Achilles, and after that Achilles injury, he's just not the same player. I don't have the same respect for him that I did before the injury because he's just not the same guy. He's just not. And Andre Drummond, you're absolutely right. Joel Embiid owns space in that man's head.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, he rents space in his head, no question. However, just overall scope of making your team better, I think Andre Drummond makes them a way better team than DeMarcus Cousins does.
And I want to preface it by saying, for the Sixers, I don't want either of those on the Sixers. I don't want either of those players. I want
for the Sixers. I'm looking for someone that can do multiple things. I want a utility knife. That's why I don't like the other one out there, George Hill. Not interested.
No.
Like nice player, but I don't like. What do we need another point guard for? Like you have right now 3 to 4 guys that can handle the ball for your team. You got Ben, you got Shake, you got Seth, and if you really need to, Tobias can handle the ball and bring the ball up. You probably won't need him to do that, but you have guys that can handle the ball. So I don't understand the George Hill love. I don't think he makes sense either.
Yeah, I don't want him either. I'm
telling you, I'm Team Blake Griffin. I think Blake Griffin's a perfect fit for the rest of this season. For the rest of this season. I don't think it makes sense after this season, but bringing him in here now, like I said, if Detroit buys him out and you can sign him to the end of the season, I think he fits perfectly here what they need to do because he's another guy that can, like I said, I want a utility knife. I want a guy who can do multiple things. And Blake Griffin can give you multiple looks. He can in a small lineup, he can play the 5. He can play. He's most comfortable with the 4. He can take you outside. He can post you up. He can do a bunch of things. Another interesting name that's entered the chat over the past couple days is PJ Tucker out of Houston. Not for you? So you're Blake over PJ?
Yeah.
Okay. PJ Tucker to me is an interesting name because, like I said, I want a guy that can do multiple things.
See, there's really only one guy that I'm interested in getting. And I don't know if it'll be possible to get him because I'm not sure what the price tag on him is. And if it's too hot.
I don't want to give up anything.
Yeah, I'm not giving up,
except draft picks. I don't want to give up a play. I don't want to give up any player. Korkmaz and Mike Scott, yes. But, who wants, I'm being, realistic about what people are going to want.
The only guy that I'd be willing to give up is Seth Curry.
No.
And that's because of who I'm getting back in said trade.
Okay, I'll hear you out.
Yeah, it's only because of who I'm getting back. If I wasn't getting this player back, then I wouldn't. Then I'm in the same boat as you.
Okay.
Zach LaVine.
Oh well, yeah.
But the thing is, there's a lot of chatter right now.
If you're the Bulls, how stupid would you be to give him up? The Bulls right now, we're talking about this off the air. The Bulls have become a low-key betting darling. I'm telling you right now, if you can find the Bulls as an underdog today, or in the next couple weeks, because Vegas still has not caught up to the Bulls yet. The Bulls are underdogs. I'll eventually say the Bulls have probably been underdogs probably 80-85% of their games this year. And I would venture to say out of those 80-85%, they have covered or outright won against the spread maybe 50 to 55% of those times. The Bulls are a team that are playing well, and he's the biggest reason why.
Okay, I gotcha. I'm on board. However, where do you see Chicago in 3 to 5 years? Relevant or not?
They have a nice young core. Yes. If they keep taking course, I say yes.
Okay.
Because you got LaVine, you got Marketing, Wendell Carter Jr.
I say that because you're staring down Zach LaVine with free agency.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that you're going to lose him, but you're staring down the barrel of him at free agency. So that's why my question is, do you get something or do you
he's part of, for me, when you say 3 to 5 years, he has to be part of that equation.
I agree.
There's no way that's going to work if he's not part of that equation.
What if he doesn't want in on that?
Yeah.
The thing is, we're not in with Chicago.
How old is he? He's 28?
25.
25. Obviously I can't tell him what to do, but at 25 years old, he can afford to commit to them for a 4 or 5 year deal.
Well, he's coming off a 4-year deal with them.
He's already been there that long? Oh, right, because he was in the middle of a deal with Minnesota.
Yes.
So that's why I was about to say he could have been there for 4 years.
I should say his deal.
Yeah, his deal. Yeah,
for 4
yeah.
years,
It's interesting with him because he is a guy that he would look so nice with his core. Because at 25,
because if you gave up Seth Curry, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Would you be all right with bringing LaVine in then? Obviously.
Yes. No question. No question. But they're. I mean, you can't stop there. They're going to want other things.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what his price tag is, but being as how he's.
You might have to go Matisse for that one too.
I would want to hear out what the price is.
Yeah.
But
this might be Seth Matisse and a pick.
But like I said, do you get something or you potentially get nothing? Because we don't know. We're not in Chicago.
Here's
we
what
don't
I
know.
would do for that.
What if he's, haven't heard any reports, but what if he's, behind the scenes, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Right. Well,
It's kind of the same thing with Carson. You only can get something instead of nothing.
This was a prove-it situation for him coming to Chicago in the first place because when he was in Minnesota, he was known as a very athletic guy, the best dunker in the league.
He's averaging 25 right now.
Right. But he's worked big time to become a better basketball. I mean, I hate to bring Giannis into this, but this is what I mean. Like Zach LaVine a couple years ago was a great athlete, not a great basketball player. I think he was in that category. But he has worked tremendously to improve his overall game. He's a way better jump shooter. He's a tougher finisher than he was. He's way more than just a dunker now. And, that was important. So now, yeah, if you're Zach LaVine, you can stick your chest out a little bit and say, you know what? I'm ready to go to win. I think I can contribute on a winning team now. Listen, I would love Zach LaVine, going into this year.
He's really the only person that I'm interested in trading for.
Yeah.
Because
you don't have to give up too much to get Bradley Beal.
I don't want to break this. I don't want to break the core up.
I agree.
So he's the only guy that I'd be willing to break.
And he would look nice in this because you would have Ben and LaVine in your backcourt, Toby up front with Danny,
and Embiid
in the middle. I'm okay with that. And now you have four legitimate three and I guess 1A, but four legitimate threats offensively.
Yes.
Legitimate. And Danny Green is a spot-up jump shooter.
I hate him.
I know. Leave Danny alone. What did Danny ever do to you?
Oh, he is going for a personal three-piece, so my hat's off to him with that.
Leave Danny alone.
You're aware of that, correct?
The three-piece?
He's the only player. Well, obviously he's going for it. He would be the only player in NBA history to have a personal three-peat with three different teams. He was on the Raptors. He was on the Lakers.
Yeah.
Personal three-peat.
Personal three. He's getting to Robert Horry did something similar, right? Not that, but Horry was Lakers.
Yeah,
Lakers,
I believe
Rockets,
he had two. He
Lakers,
Horry had
Rockets,
two.
Yeah. Lakers, Rockets.
Back-to-back.
Right. We're gonna take a break. On the other side, I want to get into the Meek Mill Kobe Bryant situation.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that. Toss around some other things.
I also got to tell you about my
your new hobby.
New hobby, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe take a trip down to Clearwater, talk a little Phils. We'll see. Brown in the morning. Marques Brown, Justin Emery. We'll be right back. Hi, I'm Marques Brown. I'm here to talk to you today about Uncle Mike's Homemade Ice Cream. USA Today selected Uncle Mike's as the best ice cream parlor in Pennsylvania. Uncle Mike's is a family-owned and dedicated to the production of premium quality gourmet ice cream and sorbet. Made fresh daily on the premises using the highest quality ingredients available, Uncle Mike features over 30 unique delicious flavors offered in scoops, sundaes, shakes, and special order ice cream cakes and pies. Uncle Mike's Homemade Ice Cream is located at 537 York Road in Warminster. It's open all year round, serving you happiness one scoop at a time. Hi, I'd like to talk to you guys today about my friends at Amy's Pizza. Amy's has a plethora of pizza for your munching pleasure, specialty pizzas such as Hawaiian, margarita, taco, and plenty more. If it's sandwiches you're into, they've got those too. Cheesesteaks, burgers, hoagies, even gyros. Amy's offers pickup and takeout options, but they are also available on Grubhub. Amy's is located at 332 York Road in the heart of Hatboro. Call them at 215-957-1000. Again, that's 215-957-1000. Meek Mill, this has kind of been going on ever since the beef with him and Drake, where I feel like people just kind of want to hate Meek Mill, and like people want to make fun of Meek Mill. Like it's kind of become a culture, an internet like group. I can't even call them a subgroup. They're like a legit group of people that if Meek Mill says anything, people are automatically gonna jump on him.
Okay.
Like it's just that's kind of become the culture, and a lot of it because I think people were very.
Meek.
Yeah, Meek is he's a good rapper. He's had a good career. I wouldn't put him
I wouldn't put him
as
great. No.
He's had a good career. If you put him in the NBA, he made a couple All-Star teams, but not consistent.
I think I find him more entertaining than I enjoy his music. I mean, I like his music, but I think Meek at Sixers games is hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, like listen, like Meek is from the city, so you want where we're from. But like, listen, I'll say it myself in port. I was very disappointed with that Drake beef. He let us down. He let City down.
Yeah, he
let Bean Seal down.
He
let Will Smith down, and that wasn't supposed to happen that way. And I think that changed. Like, listen, perception can be reality, and the perception going into that whole feud was Meek is gonna. People expect. I'll put it this way: people expected Meek Mill to handle Drake the way Pusha T handled Drake.
Oh, I disagree.
People expected that to go down that way.
Oh, I disagree. I didn't think that at any point in time Meek was going to win.
That you're on an island by yourself.
Okay,
where Meek
just didn't think that Meek was going to get totally.
Yeah, you would be on and listen, you can have that opinion. You're welcome to your opinion, but you would be in the strong minority.
I mean, that's fine.
Where Meek Mill comes from, how he came up. Like Meek Mill came up in the battle circuit.
Yeah,
he was. You can still see videos to this day.
Yeah, you can go on
cornrows.
You can go on
battling on the streets of North Philadelphia.
You can find videos of him with the braids at Batcave Studios.
Yeah, I mean, and you got Meek like there's some stuff of him like going back and forth with Cassidy. Like he's from that cloth. So going like when this whole thing first started, listen. This is another thing people don't talk about that I think is stupid, is that this beef was over Nicki. Come on, let's be honest. Like this was all about Nicki Minaj. Drake won, and it all started to me with one song. It was Only with Chris Brown and Lil Wayne, where Drake is basically doing a whole fantasy of sleeping with Nicki. Like the whole song, his whole verse is talking about how he fantasizes sleeping with Nicki. At this time, Meek was with Nicki, which is wild disrespectful. Now, then that's when all of a sudden the ghostwriting stuff starts. Meek starts with that, which was very close to the timeline. And then, Drake decides to stick up for himself. He puts out Charged Up, which was it was a light shot, it was a pot shot. Now here's where I was confused, is that Charged Up came out on like a Friday or Saturday, so everyone's sitting around waiting for Meek's response. Crickets. There was nothing.
Nothing.
So
and
then Back to Back comes out, and that's the end of it. That's the end of the fight, because that was Back to Back, one of the greatest disses of all time.
I mean,
he made a club hit.
Didn't he get an award off of it?
Yeah. Well, because the thing that's crazy is that most diss records are just that.
Yes.
You don't make a diss record club banger. You might have a line in there about somebody, but making it a whole, Meek had to go out for the next 2 to 3 years and hear this song played in every club and see people looking at him and rapping at him and rapping his lyrics, talking about, is that a world tour or your girls tour, to your face. That's horrible. It's terrible.
We're just scratching the surface.
Mm-hmm.
We're not even addressing the artwork for the song.
Joe Carter? Yeah, that was tough. That was tough.
Okay.
As a Philly fan, that was wild disrespectful also. And
there's this is like an onion. We're peeling back other layers.
Yeah.
Don't forget the performance at OVO Fest.
Yeah. And he did it here. He performed that song here.
Well, I'm talking mainly about the projector with all the memes and everything.
Yeah. And you had Kanye West,
Will Smith,
and Will Smith from your own city laughing at you. It was a bad look. So that I don't want to go too far back into that, because that's not what this is about. But I wanted to kind of set the groundwork for where people see Meek Mill today. So Meek Mill put out a
hold
song.
on real quick. If I just remember the timeline correctly,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm pretty sure, wouldn't it be Meek had the problem with Drake prior to Pusha?
What?
Well,
So the
for the songs.
the Pusha T Drake stuff goes all.
But
the way
we're
back.
talking about the story of Adidon and all that. That was after.
Yeah, that was after.
So
when
when you reference that, people thought Meek was going to handle Drake like Push did.
Mm-hmm.
Really, Meek had to deal with this before that. So Push already had the blueprint of what not to do.
In a way, they were already kind of subliminally, Drake and Pusha T have subliminally touching each other probably since 2012. I think that's when their stuff really started. So, but Drake never really went at Push the way he went at Meek. He went directly at Meek, where we didn't get the first direct shots at Push till Two Birds, One Stone off his, what's that album put out with his dad on the cover? More Life. Yeah. Off More Life. That's the first time you heard him go directly at Push. But, so Meek has kind of been like I said, and Meek has this thing too where he's I want to be an activist, but yet I'm still in the streets. You can't do both of those things, bro. It's one or the other.
It doesn't really. He doesn't really have a great.
Yeah, it's just he says
vision.
He just
sometimes.
says really dumb things on social media.
He does say
consistently.
Dumb things. Yeah.
It's just he's had a bad look. So the line that came out that got everyone. I'm not gonna say everyone. Got a lot of people upset. Well, he said, "And if I ever lack, I'm going out my chopper. It'll be another Kobe." And a lot of people were like, "Bro, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Why would you even do that?" I look at it this way. Was the line disrespectful in the real sense of, obviously, yes. But let's not sit here and act like there hasn't been 4 million other lines way more disrespectful than that. I think a lot of people are doing this and going after him because it's Meek that said this. I believe if another rapper said this, I don't believe it would have been nearly as big of a deal. Because there's been other rappers that have made Kobe references. Now Vanessa Bryant said something, and Vanessa Bryant probably doesn't follow the the major rap scene. So
No,
Meek Mill's,
she
Meek Mill's
doesn't
big
know.
enough where Meek Mill's on her radar. She actually said, "Dear at Meek Mill, I find this line to be extremely insensitive and disrespectful. Period. I am not familiar with any of your music, but I believe you can do better than this. If you are a fan, fine. There's a better way to show your admiration for my husband. This lacks respect and tact." I can't argue with her because this is her husband who passed away. So I understand why she would feel this way. And I'm sure anything she would hear about her husband would make her feel a certain type of way. That to me is a separate conversation argument than everybody else jumping in, going after him in this manner. Because, like,
Yep.
we have celebrated, like, have you listened to Tupac Hit 'Em Up?
Yeah.
Like, have you heard that song? Like, how about Pusha T's Story of Adidon?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he ruined the entire.
do you remember
He ruined the entire merchandise release.
Do you? Okay, and agreed. But I'm not even talking about that. Do you remember what he said about 40?
Oh
40
yeah, I didn't even.
hunched
Yeah.
over the keyboard like he's 80.
Tick tick
How much
tick.
time he got left? Tick tick tick. That man is sick, sick, sick. 40 literally is. This is true. He literally is on borrowed time due to his illness, bro.
Yeah.
Like Tupac made references to Prodigy from Mobb Deep having sickle cell.
Yeah.
Talking about having seizures. Telling all of them to die slow. It's just, this era of people is just so annoying to me because we're so quick to jump on the bandwagon of someone's downfall.
Did all this happen on Instagram?
No, it was on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
This is heavy on Twitter.
Okay. So I was going to say this is probably why I don't
Yeah.
know anything.
Yeah, but like it frustrates me because I look at Meek has become like the laughing stock of hip hop in a sense. Like he's the punch bag. That was a little strong. He's a punching bag of hip hop. He's a guy that
Now-
everyone has jokes about. Everyone wants to laugh at. He's
No.
become the corny guy of hip hop.
Now, I agree with almost everything you said. I just like you in the in rap music.
Yeah, in the scope of rap music.
I wouldn't even bat an eye.
In the scope of rap music, that's light.
Yes.
That's a light bar.
Like you said, how can you have anything to say to Vanessa?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't dispute. Bro, she lost her husband and her child in one day. She has a right to those feelings.
She can say whatever she wants to anybody, and it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I completely understand where she's coming from in her perspective, and that's not where this is coming from for me. This is about in a scope of hip hop and everybody else. Like if you're Pookie on the corner, you're mad at this line. Like this is what you're gonna pick.
This is not the first time that a member of his family have had a problem with a rap lyric. You know, Kobe didn't like the lyric that Drake said about his wife. Back on what was it? Stay Schemin', I think the song was.
Mm-hmm.
But when I feel like it's different when the line deals with you directly, it's different.
Yeah.
Like I said, Vanessa, no one's gonna tell her how to feel. Even Meek has come out and tweeted and said, I apologize to her. Like personally, privately, I called her on the phone and I spoke to her.
Right.
So I get that. But in the scope of rap music, I have no issue with it. Now here's the thing. Meek is a punching bag and a punchline in rap music and hip hop. Some of that is his own doing though. Because he definitely is not the brightest dude. I don't want to say not the brightest dude because I never spoke to him. He could be a smart guy, but he definitely doesn't choose the smartest actions,
right?
Or say the smartest things.
We could go through a bunch of things Meek said. For instance, he said something off the top of my head, which is him not thinking. He said, "Yo, we all are always fighting on this app and doing all this stuff. Is there an act? And this is like last year. He's like, is there my tech guys out here? I need to shout out my tech guys. And we need to find an app that has you can go on and network and talk to people and use business contacts and blah blah blah. And people are like, bro, that's LinkedIn. Like you don't how do you not know that? Like stuff like that. It's just like, bro, where is your head? And then again, he totes the line of I want to be, prison reform and activist stuff like that, but I'm trying to still have one toe in the streets. For instance, Jay-Z. We don't have Jay-Z's street cred, all that stuff, legendary proportions. Jay-Z was out there. He's 50 years old now. He's not doing that stuff anymore. He's changed his focus to other things.
I caught Jay-Z on CNBC yesterday.
Think about that.
He
Home
is
on CNBC.
He's invested with
We talking about the Ace of Spades, his champagne?
No, he was talking about he there was a multiple.
I know
things.
he just did a deal with some big company with
Hennessy, I believe.
There you go, Hennessy. Yep.
He was talking about that, but he was also talking. He's invested with Maria Sharapova in a personal smart massage device for athletes, some kind of massaging technology to help athletes recover.
Maria Sharapova, beaut. She's a beautiful woman.
She is, but not on that CNBC interview. She wasn't.
Oh, she was on there?
Yeah,
not looking her best?
No. I mean, she also looked like she was on her, FaceTiming in her dining room. So,
what?
Give her a pass.
All right, yeah.
But so go to a quick break.
When we come back, we're gonna say some things.
Yeah, we'll say some things. I'm going to break
the
down
hobby. The hobby. We gotta get to the hobby.
We'll get to it.
All right.
We'll get to it.
What are you gonna break down?
What I've been doing.
Oh, okay. All right, good. Brian,
no, I don't have any breakdowns for you left.
Marcus, Brian, Justin, Emery. We'll be right back. I literally have no idea we're going to talk about this segment, but I'm excited.
I never really know what we're talking about for
today.
most shows.
I have nothing less to say.
Nothing? All out of it?
I'm all out of it.
Number 11.
Yeah. No. That definitely will not be doing. Although I find it funny that he won't even get his number.
Oh, he'll get his number.
Pittman Jr. said no.
I know what he said. That guy
so not.
I understand what he said. That guy is a second-year player. Okay.
But the fact he's even bold enough to say,
I understand it. He also said it on his Twitch stream.
Yeah.
So I bet you when you're playing Call of Duty with the boys, you really puff your chest out.
Carson seemed to back. He seemed to back down and say, "That's all right. You can have it." But maybe Carson needs a new number. Who dis?
Oh man, maybe
change the trajectory, bro.
I mean, he's been wearing 11 since he was in high school, though, so I doubt it.
Right.
I doubt it.
What number would he look good in? He can't. He need to be a
14?
double. He's got to be a double-digit guy.
I think he looked good in 14.
I like to see a 17.
Rivers, he just rocked that.
Yeah, but I like to see a 17 on it. I think 17 look good.
Like you obviously can't wear 18 there.
Never. No.
Can't wear 19 there.
No. 13.
Can't wear 12 there.
He can't be a 12.
Well, Luck was 12.
Yeah, he can't be. Yeah, he can't be. And it wouldn't look good in that number anyway. I
think he would look good in 12. That's the thing.
You think so?
Yeah, but I don't want.
I don't see Winston.
I think he looks good in 14. I think he would look good in 15. I think
15 might be the move.
I think he looked good in 15.
And 15 is an untapped region of great quarterbacks. There aren't a lot of great 15s.
Well, we got one in Kansas City right now.
Yeah, we have one. Yeah, but still.
But
overall
in history,
in the history,
there's not
a lot of great 15s.
No, there's not. Not
so
12 is really the number.
12, 13, not a lot of 14s, 17 a couple, 18 one.
Yeah.
Who else got 18? That's a strong move. 18.
Yeah. Yeah, can't think.
I can't really think of any 18s, but 12 is probably the most popular quarterback number.
Easily
of double digits.
Yeah. Obviously, got
a lot of threes. Not a lot of fives.
They'll always love you, though.
Yeah, but not a lot of fives.
No, not
some sevens.
Couple of sevens.
Some nines.
Seven's a flashy number.
Some nines.
Nine's a flashy number.
Not a lot of eights.
Not a lot of eights. 16.
16, yeah.
You got 16.
We got one I can think off the top of my head. Well, Cam, I guess, but I was thinking Warren Moon.
Yeah.
Warren Moon's my one representative.
Yeah.
We should do that one day. We should do the best number quarterbacks.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Go 1 through 19.
You know what that is?
Rank it.
That's a dog days of sports radio.
Yeah, we should rank it rank the top 3 of that number.
I agree.
I need to write that down right now before I forget. I'll forget.
Yeah, you're right.
I want to hear about your hobby.
Yeah, man. So I had kind of talked about it briefly a couple weeks ago, but I'm all in now. Minor league baseball, man. Minor league baseball.
Watching it?
No,
or
don't care about neither.
Betting on it?
No, absolutely not. Have you seen some of the attire and the hats and the jerseys and the team names of these minor league teams?
I have not.
Okay,
I know the Iron Pigs.
No. How about this? How about the Rocky Mountain Vibes?
I need a jersey tomorrow.
Listen, their hat is a s'mores with sunglasses that have Guy Fieri hair.
That's a vibe.
Okay?
That's a vibe. Did the jersey say vibes?
Vibes.
Bro, I need that. I need that splat. That's that splat.
How about the Derby City Mint Juleps?
What is a mint julep?
It's a drink.
Like an alcoholic drink?
Yeah.
Is it a mint julep?
It's a mint julep. JELUP.
That's wild.
Okay.
What is their hat?
It's basically.
Look how excited you're getting about this.
I grabbed my first hat yesterday. I ordered it. The El Paso Margaritas.
Oh, well, come on.
Yes.
That's gold.
But here,
the vibe's my favorite though.
No, look up the hat. I forget where they're from, but they're the steamed cheeseburgers. No, look up the hat. Tell me that's
the steamed cheeseburgers.
Steamed cheeseburgers. Look up the hat.
Who are they representing?
The steamed cheeseburgers.
But what's the area?
I can't. I don't remember. I'm trying to Hartford.
All right,
Hartford
so
steamed cheeseburgers.
Hat.
Tell me you don't need that. Tell me you don't need that.
I need to get the images.
Yes.
It's a whole cheeseburger.
Tell me you don't need that. It's on.
It's right now ready to go.
5150.
I have a Bel Air
5950.
A Bel Air Academy Will Smith jersey that would go great with this hat.
I'm telling you. Tell me you don't need that.
Look
up the Rocky Mountain Vibes. Look up the Rocky Mountain Vibes.
You're about to have me go on a spree right now.
Listen, I'm telling you. How about this?
So are you collecting?
I'm going to collect these hats, man. I'm going to start getting them. I only want the real cool ones. There's.
Yeah.
But I have a list of about.
The Rocky Mountain Vibes is just. Oh, yeah. Look at that logo.
I know.
Look at the vibes.
Look at the vibes.
Look at the vibe. Yo, you know the vibes.
You ready? Here's another good one for you. Ready? You ready?
Look at this imagery.
I know.
Oh, this is incredible.
Here's a good one. Ready? Check this one out. The Rocket City Trash Pandas. Yes.
The trash pandas?
It's a raccoon that's in a trash can that's a spaceship with rockets.
I'm going there right now. Rocket City Trash Pandas. I don't even know what a trash panda is. Like, who wants to be I want to be a trash panda, I guess. Oh, on the black?
Yes.
Yo, look at this T-shirt. My spirit animal, trash panda.
Minor League Baseball is where it's at.
I didn't know they had this type of spleh.
Yes.
This that spleh.
And then they don't have it anymore, but the Vegas
I can get a J Bell jersey. I don't even know who that is, but I'll do it.
The Vegas team used to be the 51s, and it used to have an alien with flying saucers. They have since changed it to the
amazing.
Aviators now, though, which is still a cool logo.
Yo, here's the deal with what you're doing here. You're in an untapped region.
I know.
Like, you'll have people like
Oh,
going nuts.
I've been putting out tweets like, if you have cool logos, let me know. We'll dive into this a little bit more tomorrow.
We have to.
We'll dive into this a little bit more.
I'm gonna dive into it after the show.
Oh, I have a spreadsheet on my computer of about 25 different ones.
Of course you do.
We have the Lehigh Valley has bacon as their alternative one. They have a hat that just says bacon.
I like it.
Trenton Thunder has pork roll.
As they should. Yo, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Follow me at Marques B. Tweeden, Twitter, everywhere else.
Catch me at Justin Emery Show on Instagram and Twitter.
Well, really on Twitter.
Yeah.
Brad Memory Pod everywhere. Until next time, you can be with us, you can be against us, but you're never gonna stop us. Late.